Apple really thinks people are gonna buy their foldable. Even though most people don't want one, even though it's gonna be like $2,500, Apple is still ordering 10 million of them. For reference, Samsung sold 6 million foldables in 2025. And that's their thing. And Apple thinks they can do 10? They're also doing it because they have infinite money and want to buy up the supply. But even if they only ship 5 million of them, that's a lot. This is my first time doing maintenance on my Tesla in 2 years. This could be bad. I'm always hearing about these horrible EV maintenance costs. First, I had to spend a whole $5 on windshield wiper fluid. As I was pouring it in, I thought to myself, maintaining this stupid electric car is such back-breaking work, but I continued. Add another $5 to the maintenance cost for the self-serve car wash. I couldn't believe it. I was $10 deep and 7 minutes into this stupid Tesla maintenance. I was ready to give up and buy a scat pack, but I pushed through, and before I knew it, the car was clean and the maintenance was complete. Wow. That really was horrible, guys. According to the comment section, my battery is supposed to explode now, so stay tuned for that. Spinning fans on a cardboard box. Tell me he didn't build a... Of course he did. Of course he did. You have an 80 plus gold power supply, RGB fans, and a dual tower CPU cooler. You could afford a case. I mean, at least the airflow was good. He's intaking through the front, exhausting out the top. Wait, stop. Look at the box. That's the Montech logo. That's a PC case. A PC case came in this box. He bought a case, took the case out of the box, and then used the box as the case. Sony won't admit that PS5s are constantly overheating, but behind the scenes, they are trying to fix it. They recently filed a patent for what looks like the PS6's cooling system, and there is no liquid metal to be found. Thank God. See, liquid metal is good at pulling away heat, but it's still been a disaster for the PS5 because people set them up vertically and then the liquid metal just falls to the bottom and pulls up and then it's cooked. But it looks like for the PS6, this won't be a problem, as it looks like they're moving to a much more reliable, much more vertical friendly vapor chamber style cooling system. Everyone saves the box that their phone came in. I'm just wondering, has anyone needed it yet? You don't need it for trade-ins, you don't need it for returns, but hey, I'm not telling you to throw it away. Maybe one day you will need an iPhone 13 box. But I wonder, has the day that you needed the iPhone 13 box actually come for anyone? Because I've had a lot of iPhones. I've never once needed the box. I didn't vote for him. It's not like that. You can get an iPhone 17, a MacBook Air, and an Apple Watch for $59 a month with Apple's new leasing program. And at the end of the lease, they give you the option to buy out the device. So it's still a lease. You shouldn't miss payments or they'll screw you over. You shouldn't buy something that you don't need just because the monthly payment looks low. But if you're someone that really needs a laptop for school, or if you upgrade your devices every year anyway, it is kind of a great deal. I'm sorry. Can we please talk about G Fuel? Imagine explaining this to someone that wasn't gaming in like 2018. Yeah, it's like pre-workout, but the workout is playing Fortnite for 7 hours. Yeah. So kids on Discord will dry scoop it and their hearts will stop. How much caffeine? Yeah, all of it. As much as you got. And it was everywhere. Every single streamer had a G Fuel flavor. Their advertising was on a different level. They have like a Raid Shadow Legends level budget. I knew a kid that would make his G Fuel with Sprite instead of water. I can't imagine he's still alive. I decided to download True Social, and who showed the president AI image generators? Cosmic Commander, our oil tanker now, Trump 2028 with the cigar, Panic in DC. What does that even mean? Does he think he looks like this? Someone tell him he does not look like that. He's posting these on his official account. Is he saving George Washington from a black hole? He's a doctor now. It's a filter for the smoke coming from Canada. He does know that smoke can go... Never mind. Yeah. You could go back and check too. All of these were posted in the past 24 hours. Get him off AI. These are the top 5 phone carriers. Verizon, T-Mobile. The T-Mobile thing didn't age too well. T-Mobile waited for me to post that video and then pulled an AT&T. Over 140,000 outages have been reported across New York, LA, Chicago, Houston, Denver, Atlanta, everywhere. It's everywhere. And the number of reported outages is always much lower than how many people actually don't have service. So if you're stuck in SOS mode, turn on airplane mode, wait about 30 seconds, turn it off. That might help. Or it might not. Xbox is cooked. It's over. 20% of the company gets laid off. They're about to raise prices on consoles. They already raised prices on Game Pass, and now the servers have been down for 14 hours. Microsoft, just sell the whole company to Steam at this point. Just let them have it. Because what's going on? The servers can't go down for this long. People are gonna start having withdrawals. This guy painted a picture of me every single day, hoping for a free PC. I wasn't gonna give him one at first, but then I set a light goal, and you know how it goes. Let's find him a PC. Oh God, the NZXT fall off needs to be studied. Luckily, we have more options though, because for once the giveaway winner lives in the US. So let's see what Newegg's got. All right, see the price looks good, but I cannot get my boy an 8 gig GPU. I've got morals, I can't do it. Also, what makes this tough is the one thing he requested is at least 2 terabytes of storage. So here's my plan. I'm going for the ABS Cyclone. It's AM5, which is good. It's got 32 gigs of DDR5 and a terabyte SSD. And then for the second terabyte, I'll just send him another terabyte SSD. Why are they so expensive? Listen, we're banning AI nudify apps. You shouldn't be allowed to upload a picture of someone and say, remove their clothes. Boo, that law sucks. Elon, what the hell? What? I'm not creepy. It's just a poorly written law. What if it doesn't remove all of their clothes? Or what if I get permission to put them in a bathing suit? That still breaks the law. $500,000 fine. $500,000? Aren't you the richest person in the world? Yeah, whatever. All I'm saying is your stupid law is overly broad and there's no way we're paying $500,000 every time someone breaks it. Oh, you're not? Then maybe you should find a way to get people to stop being creepy on your app, Elon. And you should lawyer up, Tim. I'm suing and overturning your stupid law. Oh yeah, you would sue over the no AI porn law, you creep. The government just banned robot vacuums, and they kind of did it on accident. See, yesterday, the FCC added advanced robotic devices to their blacklist. Specifically, devices that are over 4.5 pounds, that connect to your network, and that can see their environment. They were essentially trying to ban foreign-made humanoid robots like these, but they didn't realize robot vacuums fit that exact criteria. So now, none of the major robot vacuum brands will be able to sell new models in the US. Hey, good job, US government. You're really killing it, guys. What's the best gaming PC you could build for 100K? You could build something insane, but the tough part about these super expensive builds is finding a way to burn through like $90,000 of the budget. Because more budget will get you a faster gaming PC up to about $7,000. With $7,000, you can get a 9850X3D, a 5090, a ton of DDR5 RAM, a ton of storage, a good motherboard, and that's all you need for a maxed out gaming PC. Past that point, you're just finding random expensive things to throw in it to get it up to 100K. Unk, you're not 05. Unk, you graduated in 2005. You're born in 2005? I thought bro was from 98 or something. All right. People thought I was in my 20s when I was 16, so I thought once I'm actually in my 20s, people will say, oh, that guy's just in his 20s. That's not how it went. People think I'm 32 now. Wait, so do people think I'm just LARPing Gen Z? See, like, I tell stories from high school because that was like 3 years ago. Do I seem like a 34-year-old man just telling stories of the good old days? Oh, God. Unk, can you buy me a beer? Still no. Hey, August 8th, though, we're almost there. Last night, my girlfriend goes, did you know there's a pink iPhone? I said, yeah, the 16, it looks cool. She goes, yeah, and I said, oh, but you wouldn't want to go from a 17 Pro to a 16. She says, why not? What's the difference? You're not supposed to ask that. I was stumped. I said, vapor chamber cooling. No? Okay. A19 Pro? No? Okay. In that moment, I understood why people say Apple never changes anything. Because I really couldn't come up with a new feature that a normal person would care about. People say, I don't want an Android. I had one before, but I didn't really like it. Ma'am, the Android you had before was a Samsung J3. You had an LG Optimus. They've changed a little bit since then. Everyone's first phone being a bad, cheap Android is really not good for the Android phone companies. Because now when people think Android, they think of their Galaxy S4 they had in 2015. Like, no, they're not like that anymore. They're better, I swear. You can now lease an iPad for $16 a month. That's dangerous, dude. That's dangerous. Because there's already an epidemic of unused iPads. iPads that were bought because someone thought they were going to start drawing or start taking pretty notes. And they never did. They never did. And the only thing stopping more people from impulse buying an iPad was the price. They're like $600, $700. Well, now they are less than Netflix. Listen, man, don't fall victim. Don't do it, dude. Don't. When Apple releases a new phone, they make mine slower to force me to buy the new one. It's been proven. All right, all right. Well, technically, Apple was slowing down people's phones, but that was when your battery was degrading, not when a new phone came out. But I get what you mean. Apple probably does want you to upgrade to the newest, most expensive phone. But if they were gonna force you to do it, they wouldn't do it by secretly slowing down your iPhone 13. They would just remove software support from the iPhone 13. They could just say, hey, the iPhone 13 no longer gets iOS updates. That's an option. But they don't do that. The iPhone 11 that came out 7 years ago still gets iOS updates. All right, then why does my phone feel slower when the new one comes out then? My best guess is the new iPhone comes out at the same time as the new iOS update. And new updates are notoriously not the fastest. China is genuinely gatekeeping all of the best tech. Well, Huawei, blacklisted by the US government. DJI, also blacklisted. No Chinese drones. TP-Link, their Archer router was declared an unacceptable national security risk. BYDs are taxed at 100%. TikTok was famously forced to sell or die. And Polestar, the Swedish car company, was banned for being owned by a Chinese company. As an American, I'm sad to report, I think we might be the ones gatekeeping. It's a question for the retired Fortnite sweats. How are your hands feeling? Because some of you must have arthritis, or at least carpal tunnel by now. Normal keyboard and mouse usage has to be fine, but there were people holding their wrist at this angle for 12 hours a day. And for console players, having your thumb extended and vigorously moving all day, I can't imagine that's good either. Wait, there's a condition called gamer's thumb. How many of y'all have gamer's thumb? I mean, I've played a lot of games and my hands are fine, but maybe it's in like 30 years it'll catch up to us. Oh no. We don't know how expensive the foldable iPhone will be, but Apple launching a leasing program a month before it comes out is not a good sign. Introducing the iPhone Ultra starting at $2,400 or $100 a month. How is that? That pitch would work on me. I'm not gonna lie. I would pay $100 a month for a folding iPhone and be happy as a clam. Hey Rockstar, quick question. What happened to GTA 6 marketing starting this summer? I have not been marketed to one time. And in case you haven't noticed, we are on the last month of summer. So far, all we've gotten is pre-orders for a digital game and game disc boxes with no disc inside. And the trailers, I guess, in all fairness, but I swear, dude, if they delay it again, they're gonna delay it again. Take-Two has an earnings call this Friday, so I guess we'll find out. If you keep getting pop-ups from an antivirus you don't remember installing, type in add or remove apps, find the antivirus, come to these three dots, and uninstall. Most pre-installed antivirus software is annoying you more than it's protecting you. And the only reason it comes pre-installed is because the antivirus companies pay the computer companies. If you're actually scared about viruses, Bitdefender's good, but realistically, just keep Windows Defender on and be careful when you're installing game cheats, and you should be fine. Apple is overpriced and overrated. I hate them so much. All right, throw away your AirPods then. Throw them away. Everyone hates Apple until they're at school with no AirPods. You hate Apple? Get in your car and don't connect to CarPlay. Have fun using the built-in navigation. You really forget about the best things Apple's done because they're just normal now. We're used to them. But there was a time with no Apple Pay. Without FaceTime, you would have to send people invites on Google Meet. When Apple products are bad, they're bad. But when they're good, you forget what life was like without them. That was Glaze. Yeah, that was just a whole video of Glaze. Jesus Christ. How do we feel about DoorDash doing drone deliveries now? Because on one hand, people DoorDash for extra money, and you don't want to automate that away. And the coolness factor of drones flying around wears off pretty fast. However, if I can get a McChicken delivered from the sky in 3 minutes without having to pay a tip, I'm not going to complain. I don't know. And DoorDash has addressed some of the concerns. For example, they're not replacing Dashers. They'll just have the drones do the long routes and let people focus on the denser ones. You know, until they're able to replace everyone and double their profit margins. But hey, that's how it goes. Here's the plan. We round up everyone's old PS4s and Xbox Ones. Then with the combined computing power of hundreds of thousands of consoles, we build, wait for it, the ultimate data center. Hold up. We're not doing it to support AI. We're doing it to build the ultimate AI that will put the other AI companies out of business. Then once they're gone, RAM prices go back down. We get rid of our data center and donate the consoles to like children's hospitals. And just like that, the gaming industry is saved and everyone lives in harmony. This would never work, but what else are you doing with your PS4? Send it to me. Let's give it a try. I started collecting smartphones my sophomore year, which was great timing. Because if my high school saw your phone in your pocket, they would say, "Is that your phone? Take it out." Then they would take it and charge you $20 to get it back at the end of the day. Looking back, that was a crazy policy. How was that allowed? Anyway, they would have to take like 3 phones from me per day. Second hour teacher says, "Mr. Smith, is that your phone?" I say, "Oh yeah, sorry, man." Hey, I had backups. I would just protect the one that was running the hotspot. It was a good system until the end of the day where you would have to pay like $40 to get the phones back, but I still can't believe I fell for this. See, last November, Apple launched the iPhone Pocket, starting at $150. It's essentially a big colorful sock you put your phone in. But while the rest of the internet was making fun of it, I was flying to one of the select Apple stores that would actually have them in stock. What can I say? I'm an Apple fan. I get to New York a day before it releases. I wake up ready to go to the store until I realize they instantly sold out. That's the whole reason I flew across the country. But it gets worse. I felt like I was in too deep. I needed to get that sock. So I went to eBay. I found a very fairly priced listing and hit order. It arrived in a weird plastic bag, but I didn't think too much of it. I unbox it, put it on, make the video. A couple months go by. I'm showing it to a friend and he goes, "Hey Carter, where did you get this?" I said, "eBay." And he goes, Is it supposed to say phone Pocker on it? I said, what? Give me that. They sold me a fake! I traveled thousands of miles and spent hundreds of dollars on the stupid Apple sock and ended up with a fake. I should have just bought an extra large blue sock, dude. Why? Whenever I call Lewis, he kind of just, acts like I didn't. I'll wake up and hear him wreaking havoc in the living room and I try to get him to stop. Lewis, stop. He ignores me until I realized I need to start speaking his language. I need to attract him with the one thing he loves. So I keep these AirPods on my bedside. And when I need him to come, I just do this. Came for some AirPods, did you, Luber? Top 5 worst Apple products: the Vision Pro, the Butterfly keyboard, Intel-powered MacBooks, the Magic Mouse, and of course, the Apple Wheel. Your action button still just sets your phone to silent? What are you doing? The action button's actually useful. Why are you neglecting the only useful new feature? All right, these are the top 3 uses. You can have it open visual intelligence to get more information about what you're pointing your camera at. You can have it activate a shortcut to open an app, call your friend, or countless other things in third-party apps. And what I use it for every day is activating the flashlight. There's no wrong way to use it besides keeping it as the ringer switch. How often are you switching from ringer on to ringer off? What? Normal people use their action button for the flashlight, but I was looking through the other options and one caught my eye. Voice memos? Yeah, that's federal. Hey, what were you buying from that dude in the parking lot last night? I'm doing a magic trick. Can you tell me the first 4 digits of your credit card number? In the next 4? Oh, you never said that? Then explain this voice memo. What do you mean it's creepy? I just hit my action button. What? Seriously though, what do you think jerry-rig everything's about to do to the iPhone Fold? Like, I trust Apple's build quality, but I've watched that man make foldables explode with his bare hands. He bent the iPhone 15 until the back glass shattered. This phone stands no chance. Whoever's designing that hinge is having jerry-rig everything nightmares right now. Like, Jerry, please don't. Don't rip our engineering apart physically. That video is gonna be my Super Bowl.